Chapter 8 Our Future in Space 100 years ago, space travel was a dream. Now, people are living in space. What will happen in the next 100 or 1,000 years? Space tourism. A few tourists have already visited space, but their trips cost millions of dollars. Now people have designed special space planes to take tourists into space. They are cheaper than rockets, but at the moment, space plane trips only last a few hours. In the future, maybe tourists will orbit Earth and stay in space hotels. Maybe they will enjoy amazing views of Earth from the hotel windows and play games and sports in zero gravity too. Living on the Moon. We are building new spacecraft to take people to the moon. The first astronauts will visit the moon in about 2020, and they will stay there for a week. Later, astronauts will build a moon base. Scientists, engineers, and astronomers will live in the moon base for months so that they can do experiments. Living on the moon won't be easy. Food and equipment will come from Earth 386,000 kilometers away. There is no atmosphere on the moon, so people will wear spacesuits to protect themselves when they go outside.
Discover!
The sun produces a dangerous type of energy called radiation. Earth's atmosphere protects us, but scientists must find a way to protect people in the moon base. Exploring Mars. With today's spacecraft, it would take astronauts about 2 years to reach Mars and return to Earth. It would be very difficult to take enough food and water for such a long trip, and the sun's radiation would be very dangerous too. In the future, scientists will probably invent faster spacecraft and ways to protect the astronauts from radiation. The first astronauts will probably visit Mars in about 50 years from now. Radiation isn't a problem for robots, and they don't need water, oxygen, or food. Engineers are designing new robots called robonauts. They look and move like people, and they can do almost everything that astronauts do. If it's too difficult or dangerous to send astronauts to a planet, robonauts will go there. In 1,000 years from now. Maybe one day people will live on Mars or in huge space stations. There are lots of materials like metals, ice, and hydrocarbons in our solar system. We can use these materials to produce oxygen and water, and to grow food. We can also make fuel for rockets and build new spacecraft. If we invent very fast spacecraft, maybe we will explore other solar systems one day too. 1,000 years ago, people traveled by horse, and we didn't know that the world was round. In 1,000 years from now, we will have new technologies and new ways to explore space. What do you think our life will be like? Where do you think we will live?